Colorado High School Activities Association softball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network this afternoon from Jocelyn Field. It's another league clash as the visiting Lions take on the Brush Bee Diggers. Good afternoon. I'm John Beltran. We're going to get to this game here momentarily as the Bee Diggers come in with a 6-2 record off that 4-game tournament win over the weekend with some inclement weather on Saturday, but still got the games in. Lions is at 7-3. And they've got one heck of a pitcher the Bee Diggers will have to contend with throughout the course of this game that we'll talk about once we get to the bottom of the first inning as Braylon Rule will deliver the first pitch. And we'll set the lineups as we're straight up at 4:03. The pitch, and that is low. 1 ball and no strikes. To leadoff hitter, Ellie McGaldy. And that pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, and the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike to Ellie McGaldy. And the pitch swung on and grounded to short. To her left is Tatalini, throw to first for the out. And Carly Tatalini retires Ellie McGaldy. And that'll send up the number 2 hitter, Mac Hay, a freshman. Here's the lineup for Lions. Batting third is Cece Sharavelli, who's a great pitcher. Batting fourth, Rihanna Ortiz, the catcher. Mesa Ganzel, the third baseman, at fifth. The pitch in the dirt. Talis Hubner, the first baseman, at sixth. Suri Walker in right hits seventh. It's Phoebe Mollenberg, the center fielder, hitting eighth, and Lauren Hunter in left. Batting ninth. Only 10 players on this roster. Lions in their white uniforms and swing and a miss. Sleeveless. Either they're sleeveless or all the girls wear them like they're sleeveless. With the black pants. The Bee Diggers in their gold jerseys and black pants. 1 ball and 1 strike here from Braylon Rule. The pitch right down the middle for a strike. It is 1-2. Game time temperature at 91 degrees. Righty against righty. We'll set the Bee Digger defense in a second. The offering. That is a called strike 3 on the outside corner. We're going to see lots of strikeouts in this game. 2 very good pitchers. There's 2 down. Olivia Gillick's at first. Alicia Hernandez at second. Amaya Bruno's the third baseman. At short is Carly Tatalini. Avery Lefevre in left. Cashlyn Tatalini in center. Mason Unrein in right. And Delaney Dragart is behind the plate. Here is Sharavelli. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Right behind the plate. No balls and 1 strike. And Braylon Rule looks in, and the offering. That's outside. The count levels at 1-1. Opening pitch today brought to you by Buildings by Design. First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. Visit buildingsbydesign.com. 1 ball, 1 strike, the offering. And that is outside. Count goes to 2-1. 2 down, bases empty in the top of the first inning. Just underway from Jocelyn Field. And Braylon Rule to the plate. Swing and a miss to it right by. The count levels at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning in this top of the first. And time is called. And the offering. Swung on and laced fair along the line into left field, around first into second is going to be Sharavelli with a 2-out double. That painted the line on a ball that was scorched. And that'll send up Rihanna Ortiz. As we mentioned, Lyons has played 7 games this year. 10 games, I should say. They've won 7 of them. One of those losses, 1-0 to Sterling. And stepping in is Ortiz. She's a solid hitter for Lyons. Obviously, when you're cleanup. And that pitch gets away. And Dragart to the screen on the wild pitch Runner to third. That's Charavelli. 1 ball and no strikes. And looking in is Braylon Rule. The pitch upstairs. And the count goes to 2-0. 2-0 to Ortiz. Swung on and popped up into shallow right center field. To her left is Cashin Tadolini, and she makes the running catch. And that ends it for Lyons at the top of the first inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left at third. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. Lyons does not score. The Bead Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. The Bead Diggers held the Lions off the board. And Brush will send out the following lineup against Charavelli. For the Bead Diggers, batting first will be the center fielder, Carly Tadolini. Braylon Rule, the pitcher, at second, as Charavelli yet to warm up for some reason. Carly Tadolini, the shortstop, bats third, so Castron hitting first. Batting fourth is the second baseman, Alicia Hernandez. Delaney Dragart, the catcher, hits fifth. The DH at sixth, that's Brisa Aguirre Garcia. Left fielder Avery Lefevre is in the seventh hole. Batting eighth for Brush is the right fielder Mason Unrein. And Amaya Bruno will be hitting ninth. Yeah, I'm not sure what the delay is all about. Did it take that long for Ortiz to get the gear on for Lyons? Start at some point. The Bead Diggers are looking for their fifth consecutive win. Their last league game was a loss last week against number 1 ranked Strasburg. That was a 12-6 setback. And Strasburg has yet to lose this season. Let's see if we get more on Lyons.
Coming up to bat for Brush will be Cashlin. Braylon on deck, Carly in the hole.
And here is Cashlin Tadolini. She's been all over the lineup, but settling in at the number 1 spot. Right-handed hitter for Brush. Now, Charavelli has 135 strikeouts in 60 innings. Very effective pitcher. And Cashlin Tadolini's leading off because she's hitting .667, and Braylon Rule behind her hitting .500. Bottom of the first inning brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. For over 100 years, they've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. That pitch is up and away. Visit premier.com. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. And that's taken for a strike at the knees, and the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 in the bottom of the first inning. Cashlin Tadolini awaits the pitch. Swung on and lined down the left field line, and that is inside the line. It's a base hit. Tadolini around first, headed for second. The ball is bobbled in left field. Tadolini to third. And now she's headed for the plate, and she will score. Man, what speed by Cashlin Tadolini. That will be scored a double. It'll be scored a double and a 2-base error. So no home run there. It's a 2-base error on Lauren Hunter. And the Bead Diggers lead 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Yeah, you can't score that a straight-up home run. That ball was clearly bobbled in left field. Here's Braylon Rule, who did homer against Strasburg last week. The pitch swung on and lifted foul down the right field side, and a long run, but it's out of play. No balls and 1 strike. So how about that? Yeah, because if that ball's fielded cleanly in left field, there's no doubt it's a double, and that's it. Charavelli to the plate, grounded right through the third baseman underneath the glove into left field. And now to second is Rule, and she's going to be in there. Man, right to Ganzel, hit hard. Well, we'll call that a straight-up double. That's a tough one. It was hit extremely hard. She put the glove down, and now if Charavelli doesn't get strikeouts, this is where Lyons struggles. Defensively, they've already had a couple of plays that could have been made, and that pitch is up and into Carly Tadolini. Out of the 3-hole, Carly is batting .250. But the only left-handed hitter in the Brush lineup, which breaks up that righty-lefty. And the 1-0. Up and away, 2 balls and no strikes. And the Bay Diggers have come out swinging. Again, this Chiaravelli, 135 strikeouts in 60 innings, the pitch. And that one gets all the way to the screen. On the wild pitch to third is Braylon Rule. So that's 2+ strikeouts in every inning she's pitched and only 16 walks. But she's down to the left-handed hitter, 3 balls and no strikes. Laying down the sign is Ortiz, 3-0. That's up and away. Only the 17th walk issued this season by CC Chiaravelli. Here's Alicia Hernandez. Not sure the Bee Diggers expected this much success this early. Alicia hitting .500. And the pitch. Up and away, runner to second, no throw. That's a steal for Tatalini. 2 in scoring position. And maybe Chiaravelli doesn't have her good stuff. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch, and that's a strike down the heart of the plate. The count is level at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, nobody out, bottom 1. The Bee Diggers already with a 1-0 lead. And the offering, swing and a miss at a pitch up in the zone. And out of the zone, it's 1-2. This is where Chiaravelli can turn it up a bit. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The offering, swing and a miss, blew her away with some heat in the upper part of the zone. 1 down. And here is Delaney Dragart. Well, Delaney's had limited opportunities at the plate. But she's hitting .667. Pitch down and in shows she has capitalized, and that's why she's in a 5-hole. 1 ball and no strikes to Delaney. Chiaravelli looks in. The pitch. That's a strike on the outer half. With some heat, the count levels at 1-1. To Delaney Dragart, one of several seniors on this team. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. The pitch, swing and a miss again above the letters. Bee Diggers can now go chasing down to the count at 1-2. This is where Lyons stays in the game. You don't make contact. That's where the Lions are good. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, swinging and a foul. That's a foul. Yeah. Runners were going to the plate in third, but that was clearly a foul ball to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Brisa Aguirre Garcia. And the pitch, swing and a miss. When chasing, a pitch well above the letters. That's 2 consecutive strikeouts. And that'll bring up Brisa. The Bee Diggers might blow a huge opportunity to expand the lead. Brisa's hitting .444. Yeah, you can't just have 1 run out of this. You need more than that. The offering swung on and lifted toward shallow right center field. That'll drop for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here's Tatalini around third. She's going to cross home plate. It's a 2-run, 2-out single. On the first pitch thrown to Brisa Aguirre Garcia. And the Bee Diggers lead 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And that pitch got in on the hands, but had enough muscle to power it out there. Here's Avery Lefevre. The offering swung on, and that is lifted slowly to second on a couple of hops to force it second. Is that going to be in time? No, late. That'll be scored a fielder's choice. That play could have been made at first. No base hit. Simply a fielder's choice for Lefevre. As the ball was handled by McGaldy. Here's Mason Unrein. Unrein hitting .375, swing and a miss. See, here's the issue with the Bee Diggers. You like to swing early in the count, but she swung at a ball. Lefevre's was not hit hard. Now, Brisa got it into the right center, the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's not even close. So well above the letters. You're just chasing now. No reason to chase pitches, even if it's a rise ball. No balls and 2 strikes. You're just helping out Chiaravelli right now. The pitch, swing and a miss. He swung at 3 pitches out of the zone. That was up and away. And the Bee Diggers are done in the bottom of the first inning. However, they pick up 3 runs. There were 2 hits. No errors, and 2 left. Let's head to the second. It's Brush 3, Lyons nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back at Jocelyn Field and Brush. The Bee Diggers with a 3-0 lead, and the first pitch is in there for a strike from Braylon Ruldum. Mesa Gansel. Again, a thin roster for Lyons. And rolled to the plate, swung on and grounded left side. Nice stab to her left by the third baseman, Bruno. And then she throws it in a hop past Gillick. And that's going to be flagged down by Mason Unrein, who was backing up. That'll be an error on the third baseman, Bruno. And still a concern for the Bee Diggers is their defense in the infield. I mean, I hate to bring it up virtually every broadcast, but that's more evidence of it. Now the Bee Diggers have committed their first error to go along with one from Lyons. Pitch to Hubner. That is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, the Bee Digger infielders are wearing those masks, which is obviously a very solid and protective. A pitch in there for a strike, and the count levels at 1-1. I mean, it's a protective device. And hopefully they get used to those things because they've been playing with them for years, but every player adapts differently. Squaring to bunt, and that's laid down the first base side. Excellent bunt, gloved and tagged out by the pitcher, Rule. The sacrifice successful by Hubner. 1 unassisted. 1 down, runner to third. And here is Surrey Walker. Walker, another right-handed hitter. Infield is playing in with a 3-0 lead. The pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. And that swung on and missed. You could back up the infield. I don't think she's going to make much contact with a softball. No balls and 2 strikes, and Braylon Rule's really bringing it here. Dragart setting up on the outside corner of the pitch. Swung on and tapped. Foul. Off to the right. And the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Walker hitting .083. Don't even throw a strike here. Throw it out of the zone and have her just swing. The 0-2. Swung on and tapped right back to the circle. Rolled to first, checks the runner at third. Runner headed towards the plate, and now she's going to be tagged out. And for some reason, Hubner didn't even slide and had a late break towards the plate. She was out by a mile as Dragart applied the tag. And that's going to be a 1-3-2 double play to end the top of the second inning. An inning and a half is in the books. It's Brush 3, Lyons nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the second inning where the Bee Diggers lead the Lyons 3-0. We had a double by Cashlyn Tatalini, then a miscue in left field, so a double and a 2-base error, allowing her to score. Not scored a home run to give the Bee Diggers the first run. And then a 2-out, 2-run single by Brisa Aguirre Garcia. Here's Amaya Bruno, followed by Tatalini. That's Cashlyn. And then Braylon Rule. Let's see if the Bee Diggers can break this thing open in the second. Amaya Bruno hitting .333. The pitch, strike, down the middle thigh high. Sharavelli, despite giving up 2 base hits in the first inning, make it 3 base hits. Did strike out the side. And the offering, swing and a miss and a pitch away. No balls and 2 strikes to Amaya Bruno. Again, 91 degrees at first pitch. And the offering up and away. Second inning brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Your one-stop shopping does exist. Gas, food, and all your travel accessories. Get it off I-76 And exit 66A in Wiggins. Stubbs Gas and Oil. Swing and a miss on a pitch away. Fourth strikeout for Sharavelli, and there's one down in the bottom of the second inning. That's what she's been doing all season. Thankfully, the Bee Diggers already have 3 runs on the board. Here's Tatalini. They'll have to play her really tight along the left side after that double and scoring on the play on the air in left field. That's a strike on the outside corner to Cashlin Tatalini. No balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The Bee Diggers with a 3-0 lead. The pitch up and away by the Lions right-hander. And the count levels at 1-1. Now our Thursday game, Brush at Sterling, that'll be on 105.7 KPMX and KPMX.com, all part of the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Swung on, grounded to third, routine play, and a long throw to first going to be late. For some reason, Genzel did not get rid of that ball quickly. It's an infield hit. Took a long time. Man, if you're Coach Odell, you could bunt over to third base. I don't know how comfortable Genzel looks over there at third. Here's Braylon Rule. Pitches outside, throw to second and a hop, and it's a head-first slide, and the ball skips away into center, but it's backed up. It's a stolen base for Cashin Tatalini, who's 2 for 2. Rule also doubled. That was the second hit the Bee Diggers had in the first inning. And that pitch is up and away, and the count goes to 2-0. Well, maybe the Bee Diggers have aspirations of making this a short game. Good 4.5-inning game would suffice. 2-0 pitch is coming. Up and in. 3 balls and no strikes to Braylon Rule. Yeah, this lineup for Brush can really swing it, even in that loss to Strasburg. They scored 6 runs, but Strasburg is too good. And Heidi Price had 2 homers and 6 RBIs. 3 balls and no strikes. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The Bee Diggers scored all their runs in the first, but threatening in the second with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. It is 3-0 to Braylon Rule. The pitch. That's a strike down the middle. It's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Rule. And the pitch. Swung on and grounded to short. It's going to be a long throw to first, and Braylon Rule's going to beat it out easily. And to third is Tatalini. Yeah, McKay got rid of it, but Braylon's got so much speed, it was hit deep in the hole. And Braylon is 2 for 2, so the top 2 hitters are a combined 4 for 4. That'll send up Carly Tatalini, who walked and scored in the first. The pitch. Swing and a miss, runner to second, no throw. So 2 in scoring position if Carly can put it in play. No balls and 1 strike. At third is Cashlin. Braylon at second. And the pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Painted that one nicely. It's 0-2. Just put it in play. It should score a run. And the 0-2, up and in. That nearly clipped her. 1 ball and 2 strikes for the right-hander, Cece Sharavelli. And not much of a Lions crowd here at all. The pitch, swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Sharavelli. That was up at the letters. 2 down for Hernandez, who struck out her first time. Well, the Bee Diggers did not blow the opportunity in the first inning because Aguirre Garcia came through with 2 outs. But Alicia is hoping to put the ball in play. And the offering. Swing and a half-hearted swing and a miss. And that's the... She already knows the Bee Diggers are swinging at first pitches. And if you're doing that, you're not going to throw it in the strike zone. And the 0-1. Took that one high. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alicia Hernandez. Pitches outside. Count moves to 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's up and away, and watch out at third because Castron is way down that line trying to entice a throw. Dragart on deck. She could be up there with the bases loaded. 3 balls and 1 strike. Bee Diggers with a 3-0 lead in the pitch. That's upstairs. It's a walk. Sharavelli doesn't walk many, but that's the 5th walk issued, or the 2nd in the game, I should say, to go along with 5 strikeouts. Let's see if Delaney can pull through here. The pitch swung on and grounded right side, and the ball hit the runner. Oh, man, that's a huge mistake. You got to know where that ball's hit. That ball hit Hernandez on her way to second, and the Bee Diggers do not score as they leave the bases loaded in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We head to the 3rd. It's Brush 3, Lyons nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. A very unusual play to end the bottom of the 2nd inning, I should say. A ground ball hit by Dragart struck the runner going from first to second. Now that scored a base hit, even though the ball hit Hernandez. It is scored a base hit, and that was the final out of the inning. Here is Phoebe Mollenberg. The pitch, swing and a miss at a pitch above the zone. No balls and 1 strike, and right now Braylon Rule is overmatching this lineup. She has struck out only 1, though. And the offering, down and away, and the count levels at 1-1. 8-9-1 for Lyons in the top of the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a strike right there. Down the middle at the knees, and it's 1-2. All right-handed hitters for Lyons. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitch, and that is missed. It's off the glove of Dragart. She throws to first, and it's dropped by Gillick. Well, that'll be an error on the first baseman. That should have been a strikeout there. It's going to be scored a strikeout, but an error on a perfect throw from Dragart. E3. And this is the number 9 hitter. Pitch is a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Lauren Hunter. Bee Diggers still have got to clean up that defense. That's 2 errors already in the game. Swung on and grounded to the circle. To second, that's 1. To first, that is 2. No, it's dropped again. Oh, would have been 2. So that's just going to go 1-6 on the fielder's choice in the ball, but no error. You can't assume a double play. And here's McGaldy. The pitch swung on and grounded to short. Let's see, they flipped the second for 1, and no play at first. A throw is made, but that's going to be late anyway. Carly Tattolini with a 6'4 fielder's choice. Off the bat of the leadoff hitter, there's 2 down. Here is Mac Hay, who struck out her first time up. The only strikeout recorded by Rule. That pitch is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, Braylon is throwing very well. 3-0 Brush over Lyons in the 3rd. The pitch, a strike on the outer half, and the count levels at 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. And the offering swung on. That ball is lifted toward shallow right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And no throw to first there by Unrein. There might have been a play, but it's a base hit. And now that's first and second with 2 down on that little flare. And for Lyons, that's their 2nd hit. Sharavelli's at the plate. She had their first hit with a double down the left field line. A dangerous hitter for Lyons. And the offering outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Ortiz is on deck. And the pitch in the dirt, skips away. That'll be a wild pitch, and the runners to second and third. Well, got to be careful now. You have a 3-0 lead, but Sharavelli can make this game closer. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and popped up into shallow right center field. Long run, and it's going to be caught by Unrein. Mason Unrein with a nice play to her right. Makes the catch. And Lyons is denied in this third inning. No runs on 1 hit. Another beat digger error and 2 left in scoring position. 2.5 complete. It's Brush 3, Lyons nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with you. Let's head to the bottom of the third inning. Brush leads Lyons 3-0 in Brush. Brisa Aguirre Garcia had a 2-out, 2-run single. One of the difference makers so far. That was in the bottom of the first inning when the Beat Diggers scored all their runs. Be followed by Lefevre and Unrein against right-hander Cece Sharavelli, who's got 5 strikeouts in the game. And that pitch is a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. Brisa with plenty of pop in that bat. And the pitch. Foul to the backstop. Count moves to 0-2. Yeah, no let up with the sun, but it's not humid at all. I'm set up behind the plate with no shade, but so far it's working for me. I don't know why. No balls and 2 strikes. Brisa waits, and that ball hit her. Looked like it got her. Tough to tell from here, but maybe on the. Oh, it got her on the right wrist or something. Yeah, now she's favoring that. Hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count. On base for the second time. Yeah, they're treating her over there at first base. Yeah, that got her right wrist, right forearm. Lefevre hit into a fielder's choice, but got to watch out. Don't swing at that first pitch just because that's the philosophy if it's not a strike. You want to swing at the first strike if that's the philosophy, but not the first pitch. And that's up and away. Good take. 1 ball and no strikes. To Avery Lefevre, a junior on this team. Sharavelli looks in, and the offering. That's a strike on the outer half at the knees. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mason Unrein, who threw a perfect game 1 year ago, playing right field in this game, just made a nice play. She's on deck. And the 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. A ball and 2 strikes to Avery Lefevre. She gets on. She got plenty of speed. Speed is not an issue with Lefevre. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, but that pitch was way upstairs. And that's strikeout number 6 for Sharavelli. Got her on the rise ball. Here is Unrein. Again, lay off the high stuff. Unrein did not look good in the previous plate appearance. Struck out on 3 pitches, all up. That one is bunted out in front of the plate. Excellent bunt. Throw to first is going to be late, and then the ball is into right field into foul territory. Brisa's around third. She will score. Unrein to third, and Unrein is going to be held up there. That'll be scored a base hit. And an error on the throw by the pitcher, Sharavelli, and the Beat Diggers lead 4-0. What a gorgeous bunt by Unrein. The throw, I don't know if it would have got her anyway, but a perfect bunt. And here's Amaya Bruno. Yeah, you can't lay the bunt down any better than that. Bruno struck out her first time up. And the pitch. That's upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. To Amaya Bruno. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Count levels at 1-1 to the B-Digger third baseman. We're moving quickly so far because of the work that Braylon Rule is doing. The offering up and away. Count moves to 2-1. This third inning brought to you by Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. 970-521-1030. That pitch is up and in. All of a sudden, it's a 3-1 count to Amaya Bruno. At third is Unrein. And a pitch. That's a strike. Bell tie, it's 3-2. 6 strikeouts already for Sharavelli. 3-2 as the wind picks up. Bruno awaits the pitch. Here it is. That is a called strike 3. Bottom of the zone, and there's 2 down. 7 strikeouts for CC Sharavelli. But watch out, here's Tatalini. Doubled and singled. A very dangerous hitter. Cashlin awaits the pitch. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. B-Digger scored 3 in the first, now 1 so far in the third. Up 4-0 with 2 out and a runner at third base. 1 ball and no strikes to Tatalini. Swung on and driven down the left field line and into foul territory. It's Hunter, and it's going to just drop. Count is at 1-1. I don't know if Cashlin has home run power, but she hits the ball pretty well. And she gets on base. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. That is up and in. He's got an excellent eye, too. 2-1 to Cashlin Tatalini. And playing excellent in center field so far today as well. Swung on, and that's driven foul off to the left. Count levels at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Cashlin at short and Carly's in center. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that's down and away. And the count goes to 3-2 on Cashlin Tatalini. 4-0 Brush in the bottom of the third. Cashlin awaits the pitch, the 3-2. Upstairs, and she's on base for the third consecutive time. And the B-Diggers have runners at the corners for Braylon Rule, and watch out. Yeah, I had the 2 confused. Carly's played some short, I think maybe last year. I don't know. And the pitch. That's low. Runner to second, and the slide, and the ball skips away. And here comes Unrein to the plate. She'll score. 5-0 B-Diggers on a stolen base. Took off on the back end. And it's 1 ball and no strikes to Braylon Rule, and she can extend the lead with 1 good swing. The pitch. That's a strike on the inner half bell tie. It's 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. The offering. That's down and in. Runner to third. The throw. And in there is Cashlin with a head-first slide. Yeah, she's too good of a base runner. 2 balls and 1 strike on Braylon Rule. And the offering. Swung on and grounded into left field for a base hit. Here comes Cashlin. She scores. Rule is around first, headed for second. And she's got another double in this game. And the B-Diggers are pouring it on, leading Lyons 6-0. So a big start for Brush. And here is Delaney. And the pitch swung on and grounded foul off to the left. No balls and 1 strike. Keely Langford is sitting on deck. Charavelli looks in for the pitch. Swung on and lifted into right field. That might be trouble. The second baseman goes out, makes the catch on the edge of the grass. Nice play by McGaldy as the ball didn't have as much carry as I thought off the bat. But the Bee Diggers have a nice bottom of the 3rd inning. Brush scores 3 runs on 2 hits. There was an error and 1 left. 3 complete from Jocelyn Field. The Bee Diggers in command over the Lions. Lions leading 6-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, let's head to the 4th inning. Where the Bee Diggers have a 6-0 lead. And the pitch, that is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. 3 runs in the 1st and 3 in the 3rd. And the hitter for Lions is Rayana Ortiz, who popped out her first time up. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Mason Unrein is now at first base. And it looks like they're going to be Keely Langford in right field. And the pitch swung on that is popped up. Let's see if the pitcher rule. No, it's going to be the catcher making the play. That's Aguirre Garcia who made the play. So there's some changes here. And there's 1 down. Nice play by Brisa. That ball had trajectory, but didn't travel forward much. Here is Meza Ganzel, and that pitch is outside. Yeah, so we'll have to note the changes for Brush. That's at least 3, just looking at him right now. And the pitch swung on, lined underneath the glove of Unrein for a base hit into right. Ball was hit sharply the other way. That's the 3rd hit for Lions. And that thing was scorched down the right side off Braylon Rule. That'll bring up Tallis Hubner. She had that sac bunt her first time up. And that's there for a strike. Down the middle at the knees, and the count is at 0-1. 6-0 Brush, top of the 4th inning, 1 out and 1 on. Righty against righty. The pitch swung on and lined foul down the right side. Count is at 0-2, and yeah, Braylon's not wasting any time. She's thrown 44 pitches and has recorded 10 outs. That's what she'd like to do every outing. 4th inning brought to you by Rudy's Tires. 9 is the magic number. 9 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska. Rudy's Tires. And the pitch down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3 runs in the 1st for Brush and 3 more in the 3rd. The pitch, that's outside. 2-2. Aguirre Garcia setting up down the middle, and that's upstairs. Yeah, that happens. You're up 0-2, then you try to paint too many pitches. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, and nearly hit her. Boy, that's not good. Up 0-2, and then Braylon Rule could not throw a strike. Now 1st and 2nd with 1 out. For Suri Walker, who grounded to the circle in her first plate appearance. Yeah, just give him some to hit. Yeah, that must, I believe Reese Lambert is now at 2nd. Swung on and grounded, foul down the 3rd base side. Yeah, I'm not sure of the number from here, but I think that's Lambert at second. Yep. So Barisa's behind the plate, Unrein at first, Lambert at second, and Langford in right. The pitch, and that one's in the dirt. 1-1. Actually, it's Avery in right and Langford in left. Okay, wow. You make this many changes, you got me scrambling all over the place. Keeley's in left field, but she's played right a couple of times this season, and now time is called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 out, top of the 4th inning. And a discussion here with the home plate umpire and the Lions head coach, with the Bee Diggers up by half a dozen. Once again, Thursday's game, Brush at Sterling, will be on KPMX.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Chris Bull-Braun will have the call that game. We'll be back with you next week. Braylon Rule. And are we going to have a pinch hitter? We might have an injury there. Not sure what's going on now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nearing the top of the hour, this is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. Yeah, something is going on physically with a hitter, Walker, as she's limping towards the plate. I don't know if the ball hit her, but there was no indication. Well, apparently the ball must have hit her on a foul or something, because nothing was called earlier. Back in the box. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove, and it's 1-2. Oh, no, that was a stroke. Okay. All right, that's the issue there. That was an 0-2, not a 1-1. So now it's a strikeout. Now there's 2 down. That was the issue there that I had. Here's Phoebe Mollenberg. Yeah, Braylon Rule's been pitching well, but not strikeout stuff. That's only her 3rd of the game. And that one skips away. And she's thrown a few wild pitches in this one. Runners advance. 1 ball and no strikes to Mollenberg. Rule to the plate. Strike on the outside corner. Count evens at 1-1. The Bee Diggers lead Lyons 6-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. That was a chop swing taken by Mollenberg, and it's 1-2. 1 pitch away, maybe a rise ball. Something up and away maybe. Swung on and grounded to short. Tatalini's got it, sets, throws to first, and that's going to be in time. The play is made, and Lyons strands 2. They get a base hit. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Brush 6, Lyons nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, let's head to the bottom of the 4th inning. If the Bee Diggers score some runs, they could put this game away in 5 innings. They're up 6-0. I'm John Beltran from Jocelyn Field, where Brush is looking for its 5th consecutive win. Tyler Carmen and Paul Acosta will be with you on Friday night at 7 o'clock when the Bee Diggers face a very good Yuma Indians team. Bee Digger Blastoff begins the coverage at 6 o'clock. And CC Sharavelli, a strikeout machine for Lyons, but the Bee Diggers have been a scoring machine. As Sharavelli with 7 strikeouts, but Brush leads 6-0. Here is Keely Langford to begin the bottom of the 4th inning. Keely had a huge base hit a week ago at Weld Central. That kept the rally going with 1 out in the 7th. when the Bee Diggers scored 6 runs, tied the game at 9, and won 12-11 in 8 innings. Be so nice to have a short game. Make this quick. The Bee Diggers, when they make contact, they're taking advantage of a Lions defense that has had some issues. But the Bee Diggers have not played clean either. Here is Keeley against Sharavelli. The pitch swung on and grounded sharply for a base hit down the third baseline, headed towards the corner. Keeley to second, and she's going to be in there with a leadoff double. And Keeley Langford gets the 4th inning off to a good start for Brush. Again, they can make this a nice short game. Here is, let's see, this is going to be another pinch hitter. That is Reese Lambert. The pitch is away. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch swung on, that is popped up. And the catcher, Ortiz, along the first base line, drops the ball. Why did Lambert stop? You can't stop there if you're Lambert. That is not good base running. You do not stop, and Tom Odell is letting her know that. You can't stop because that's a fly ball. That'll be scored an error. Yeah, that's not going to score you points with a coach, I'll tell you that. When you stop for no reason. You run that thing out. So 1st and 3rd. Should have been a basket catch. Swung on. That ball is fouled at the plate by Aguirre Garcia. No balls and 1 strike. Bee Diggers looking to stretch the lead even more. Swung on. That is driven in the air down to left field, and Hunter has to play it on a hop. Then the ball skips away. And now runner to third. Aguirre Garcia into second. We'll call it a straight-up double. And the Bee Diggers now lead 7-0. 3 RBIs in the game for Aguirre Garcia. Here's Avery Lefevre. And the pitch is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, I've lost my way with the scoring here. I think Batista's going to get a courtesy runner. All right, it's 1-0, a 7-0 lead, and Lefevre awaits. Swung on, driven in the air into right center field. That could be trouble. That's going to drop for a base hit, and might be Headley to third. Now sending her to the plate, and the throw's going to be late. And now taking off for second, Lefevre the slide, and she's going to be out. Lefevre is out, but the Bee Diggers have extended the lead. And that's the first out of the inning. Yeah, we'll get to the correct score. Just a second. That ball is caught. Hit by Unrein. Little flare on the first pitch. And there's 1 down. Yep, 9-0 is the score. Okay, so that's correct. Here's Amaya Bruno. Pitch is up and away. One ball and no strikes. 2 down. Strike down the middle. It's 1-1. Bruno has struck out twice. Bee Diggers in command. 3 3-run innings. That didn't sound good. Up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. I expected this to be a close game with the way Chevarelli's been pitching this season, but the Bee Diggers have been all over her. And the offering. And that's down and away. 3-1. And watch out, Cashlin, who's been on base 3 times, is waiting to hit next. And the pitch. That's upstairs. It's a walk to the number 9 hitter. Here comes Cashlin. Huge game for her. A double, a single, and she's walked. And if she can hit one in the alley, Bruno can score and make this a 10-0 game, and the Bee Diggers just have to play some defense, and that would be it. Up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. To Cashlin Tatalini. What a solid number 1 hitter. A great season on the offensive end. Awaiting the pitch. That's a strike. Upper part of the zone. And it's 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to Cashlin Tatalini. Swung on and driven into foul territory. Third baseman can make the play. Up against the fence. As Ganzel tried to flag it down. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The scoring got started on a double by Tatalini, and then there was an error, a 2-base error, and she went all the way home. 1-2. Charavelli to the plate. In the dirt. Bruno to second. On the wild pitch. Now a base hit. Can score her from second. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on and fouled off to the left. Got to pitch up in the zone. Two and 2. Tatalini. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 8. That was a changeup on the outside corner. And Tatalini is retired for the first time in the game. However, the Bee Diggers put together another productive inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 error and 1 left. 4 complete. From Jocelyn Field, it's the Bee Diggers 9. And the Lions nothing on 1010 KSIR. KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back at Jocelyn Field and Brush. The Bee Diggers with a 9-0 lead, 5th inning. And the rise ball is upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. To Lauren Hunter, 9-1-2 for Braylon Rule. She's allowed 3 hits. And the pitch in the dirt, 2-0. I'd say Rule has thrown very well, not great. That is up and away. 3-0. Struck out 3, walked 1. 3-0. Down the middle for a strike. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. As the wind makes an appearance. Say Braylon can come back against the left fielder. The pitch, not even close. Extremely high. Braylon shaking her head. Here is Ellie McGaldy. Grounded to short twice. 0 for 2. And it is Carly playing short and Castron in center. We had that right at the beginning. Even though you're used to seeing them at different positions. Swing and a miss on a pitch at the letters. It's 0-1. Another rise ball there by Rule, but that was in a strike zone. No balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers have 11 hits in the game, but they've committed a couple of errors. They've left 7 on base, despite all the runs up and in. 1-1. Yeah, I still get to a point watching Braylon pitching that I'm not sure if she knows where certain pitches are going. Because that was not even close. And the 1-1. Swung on and lifted up the first base side. And nice job of it going foul and Brisa not touching that softball. Because it only went about 6 feet in the air. Right off her fist. And Brisa let the ball trickle foul. It's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to McGaldy. And the pitch, down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If the Bee Diggers can hold Lyons and score a run in the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be an abbreviated game. And the way they've been swinging against Sharavelli, they could easily do it, but you got to hold them right here. The offering. And that one to the screen. The ball skips right back to Brisa, throws to second, but late. That's why she's not throwing great. A lot of wild pitches from this right-hander Rule. Well, that's 3 unofficially. And the pitch, not even close. That's another walk. I mean, all you got to do is throw it down the middle. I mean, the biggest threat is coming up next. That's Sharavelli right after Mac Hay, who is grounded out and singled. That's the way they'll get back in the game if the Bee Diggers can't throw strikes. And then they get a big hit. That's not even close, up and away. 39 strikes, 27 balls. Here comes Tom Odell. This is a 0-0 game in your head, not 9-0 as the scoreboard shows. And that's going to be it. That is going to be it. The new pitcher for Brush will be Avery Lefevre. She's got a first and second situation with nobody out, 9-0. Brush leads Lyons in the top of the 4th on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. It's a 1-0 count to Mac Hay as Avery Lefevre is now in the circle. First and second, nobody out, top of the 5th. Brush leads Lyons 9-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like she tried to golf at a pitch in the dirt. Lefevre getting a break there. It's 1-1. And the offering. Swung on. That's grounded to short. Tatalini to third. That'll be the force. Step on the bag. And Bruno did not have her foot on the bag, then had to locate it. But it is a 6-5 fielder's choice. 1 down. That got a little bit concerning. Here's Sharavelli. Watch out for her. Doubled and popped out. Both balls hit in the outfield. The pitch in the dirt on the changeup. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, tough to neutralize this hitter. Got to get her to pop up. She hits anything on the ground, it's going to be hard. Avery Lefevre. Open stands for the righty. Sharavelli awaits. Swung on, and that's lifted down the third base side. And it's a base hit into left field. Chased down by Langford. That was just a little flare over the third baseman, Bruno. And the bases are loaded. Not much you can do there. Good pitch by Lefevre. The bases are loaded for Rayana Ortiz, who has popped to the catcher and popped to center. I don't know why the infield is in with a 9-0 lead. I have no idea. The pitch inside. I mean, a ground ball is going to score 2 unless it's right at an infielder. 1 ball and no strikes. You have a 9-0 lead with the infield in. And the pitch. Upstairs, it's 2-0. Again, they'll get back in the game if the Bee Diggers have trouble throwing strikes. It's already been an issue in this inning. That's why Braylon Rule was pulled. 2-0 pitch. Down and in, it's 3-0. 3-0 to Rayana Ortiz. Nowhere to put her. Lefevre to the plate. Swung on, that's hit in the air into right center field. Should be a routine play. The catch is made, and the tag, nothing doing. Play was made in right field, and there's 2 down. You got to see who's out there in right. We know it's not Avery. We know it's not Keeley. Let's see, that's Braylon. That's Braylon Rule in right field, and she's got too good of an arm. There was no way he could tag up. And I don't know why Rayana Ortiz was swinging at a 3-0. That, to me, is just shocking. Swung at a 3-0. And here is Mesa Ganzel. And that pitch is down and in. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. There's two things I don't understand. Playing the infield in with a 9-0 lead and swinging at a 3-0 with the bases loaded. Very confusing. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Count levels at 1-1. I mean, that's just robbing an opportunity for Lyons to score a run. You got to force Avery to throw at least 1 strike, if not 2. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefevre, swing and a miss on a changeup in the dirt. Nice pitch. Totally fooled Ganzel, who has reached on an air and singled. She's been on base twice. Let's see if the Bee Diggers can get out of this right now. Up and away. It is 2-2. If Lefevre can retire this hitter, all they need to do is score a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, bases loaded, 9-0 Brush. And the offering, very high. It's 3-2. Yeah, Lefevre does not look sharp at all. 7 balls and 6 strikes. But, and those runners, except the one at first, are not her responsibility. 3-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch on the outside corner. Great location, and Avery, despite her struggles, is able to get out of that unscathed. 4 Lions in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the bases were left loaded. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Brush 9, Lions nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 1 run will end this game, and Braylon Rule, followed by Carly Tattolini, will hit for Brush in the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead the Lions 9-0. 3 runs in the first, 3 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. Braylon has been on base all 3 times. A double, a single, and another double. And what is she thinking about? It's got to be a home run. Got to be. To stay off the rise ball, because Sheriff Valley does have, I believe, 8 strikeouts in the game. We'll check that a little bit later on. And Braylon does have home run power. So here we go to begin the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch, up and away. One ball and no strikes. The offering. That's up and away on a changeup again. It's 2-0. 2-0 to Braylon Rule. Sharavelli to the plate. Swung on and grounded to short. That's going to be a tough play. Long throw to first. And Braylon, with too much speed, beats it out. 4 for 4 is Braylon Rule on the infield hit, and expect her to take off to second. Yeah, the ball not hit sharply to Mac Hay. Braylon with all that speed. That ball is grounded right back to the circle. Sharavelli to her left, throws to first for the out on the first pitch, and to second as Carly Tattolini is 0 for 3 is Braylon Rule. Well, the base hit will end it here. This is Keely Langford. Doubled in her first plate appearance. And the offering. Swung on a hit in the air down the right field side. That's a base hit. Let's see if Braylon is rounding third. She's going to score. And the Bee Diggers win the game 10-0 in 5 innings on the second hit of the game from Keely Langford as the Bee Diggers move to 7-2 on the season. Just like that, a beautiful flare down the right field line that evaded the second baseman McGaldy. And Keely Langford has ended this game going 2 for 2. Well, let's get to the Bee Digger post-game show. Brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Make sure the nutrients you purchase for your field are getting to your crops. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water with Advanced Agri Solutions. Call Dusty or Roxy 970-571-2024. for the Bead Diggers. 10 runs on 13 hits. They committed 2 errors, left 8 on base. No runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, 8 left on base. For Lyons, the winning pitcher was Braylon Rule. The loss to CC Charavelli. The time of the game, 1 hour and 21 minutes. And the Bead Diggers got on the board in the first inning with 3 runs, as you had a double by Cashlyn Tatalini. She scored on that play on a 2-base error by the left fielder Hunter. And then you had a 2-out, 2-run single from Brisa Aguirre Garcia. And that made it 3-0. The Bead Diggers would extend the lead, getting 3 more runs in the bottom of the third inning, as Mason Unrein reached safely on a bunt and on an error. Brisa scored, making it 4-0. Bead Diggers tallied 2 more runs in that inning to make it 6-0. An RBI double for Braylon Rule, and then 3 more in the bottom of the fourth inning as they grabbed a 9-0 lead. Aguirre Garcia with an RBI double, her 3rd RBI of the game. Avery Lefevre then had a 2-run single, and you heard there Keely Langford with an RBI single. Lyons drops to 7-4, and the Bead Diggers moved to 7-2 on the season. Once again, their Thursday game will be at 4 o'clock from Sterling. That will be on 105.7 KPMX, KPMX.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran. The final score once again from Jocelyn Field. The Bead Diggers take it to the Lions, winning 10-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.